Hi y'all, how y'all doing? Welcome to the Knucklehead Garage. Hey, a lot of people require on YouTube to try to figure out how things are worked on and get things apart and put things back together. Well, I did the same thing about 3 days ago on a 79 Jeep Renegade. It's pulling the back axles, and we kind of come into a dilemma. We couldn't figure out how the bearings, spacer ring, and retainers all went together in this axle. So I'm going to kind of give you a little ins and outs on this today. Alright, first off, we're going to start with the axle assembly, which you're looking at right here. And this is the brake shoes, and I just removed this, so I'm just going to kind of give you a crash on it. Inside here is retainers, as you can see. Me moving them around. They unbolt from the rear. Once you unbolt them, then what you do is the whole backing plate and all come off this axle. So you have to unhook the brake lines. And once it slides out, it's going to kind of look like this. Now, if you look down here, you'll see the bearings, and then you'll see a press ring on this. This press ring is to be pressed, and then there's your bearing, and then behind this backing plate is the seals and keepers. Now mind you, this is a slide-in axle. It does not have keepers. It will confuse you like it did us. Okay, now if you look inside of here, this axle tube, here's a race. These races slide out fairly reasonable. We just kind of, just a little light pressure on them, just to kind of get them to pop out. You don't want to be beating on them with hammers and stuff, because that's the last thing you want to do is start scarring stuff up. So we get this out. You can kind of hear it working back and forth by fingers. A little too much. You got to try to keep it a little level. Okay, now it's out. This is the race. Alright, now back inside this thing is a spacer. Once again, we're going to take a screwdriver and kind of just real lightly prog on it, try to get it to slide out here. You don't want to take hammers and stuff and beat on this thing, because the last thing you want to do is damage stuff, especially this tube. Okay, now I have it right there. I just want to show everybody something. Right here is a ring that is mounted to this, and what this does is retain the race from sliding back any further and the seal coming this way. And it also is storage for the grease that you put in here, because you're going to pack this full of grease. That gives you room. So we reach up in here and we slide it out. Right there it is. As you notice, there's two parts to this. There's a ledge, an edge, and inside there's an edge. That faces out. Always remember that. That faces out. Okay? Now once this is out, if you look inside, you'll see a seal. This seal goes the opposite direction, which will confuse you, because you think, well, why? How's oil get to this? Well, oil don't get to this. Okay? So just keep in mind that you are working with an axle that is independent and is bolted in by these four bolt flanges. So make sure that your bolts are snug and you have no debris in between the two. I've had a little problems trying to get this figured out. So I pass it on to you all. Y'all have a blessed day. Thanks.